ESPN Madison on YouTube and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
It is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman with Alex Strofe stuffing down a hoagie with some ham and cheese in it. You ready to talk? Didn't think so. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, Brad Nortman here till 5 o'clock with you. 4 o'clock on ESPN Madison. Look, it's going to be a really fun day. I'm really excited for what we have planned for you. But I think Kyle Wallace, our Packer backer, needs to get something off of his chest. 800-990-3776 on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison if you want to see our beautiful faces. But somehow, some way, I do nothing wrong and I'm still at fault.
Not true. I got walked in on yesterday. It's because of you.
You walked in on where?
You using the bathroom. It's because of you.
It's a single bathroom with a lock for you to lock when you go inside. So how is that my fault that you did not lock the bathroom?
We've talked about your lack of cleanliness, and we talked about the fact that your beautiful, wonderful girlfriend came on the show and talked about the trail that you leave. And, you know, Ben's been here.
More like Brad.
Ben's been everywhere. And we've talked about your lack of knowing how to bathe. And properly bathe as in wash below your knees. We've talked about your lack of actually washing your hands when you use the bathroom and taking great pride in it, to the fact that you literally told me last week when we were at Pato at the sports book, you said, hey, Kyle, I got to get back upstairs so I'm not washing my hands. Because you know how disgusting that is. You notified me. And so yesterday when me and you went to go to the bathroom, you beat me to the bathroom. I had to wait outside, and I patiently waited outside. When you left, I only had about 2 minutes left, and I go in the bathroom and the lights are completely out.
So I actually, just before the show, went to the bathroom, and I feel like it's normal after leaving the bathroom, I turned the light off, unlocked the door, and left, because you should probably turn the light off of a room you're not using.
It is a motion-censored light that is on a timer that goes off if it does not have any motion for an extra period amount of time.
I was saving the grace period of it waiting for motion.
Well, just like yesterday, you did it today again. You turned off the light. So I go into the bathroom after Ben, understanding I'm going after somebody that more than likely just used the bathroom, shake, and instead of going to the sink to go press on some soap and wash their hands, he simply unlocked it, turned off the light, and opened up the door. So basically the germs from below your waist not only went on the light button, it also went on the doorknob, and then it was on this doorknob that we come in, and many of our teammates come in every single day. But you don't care about other people. So me understanding that you don't care about spreading the disgusting bin germs across this place, I am in a rush trying to go to the bathroom. I go into that bathroom. The light is completely out. I'm in a panic. I'm like, oh my gosh, the light's out. I got to touch stuff in here, and Ben has touched it last. So
what part of this so far has anything to do with me not blocking the door for Kyle Wallace?
Because when I go into the bathroom after you, I know I do not want to touch anything that you have touched. So I go and grab things to try to touch stuff. But when I went to go grab something, I could not see. And so I was moving around, trying to find the toilet paper, finally found that. I turned the light on, but because of the fact that we only have a 4-minute break, I now have about 90 seconds left to use the bathroom and then also wash my hands and get back. And so I go use the bathroom. As I'm using the bathroom, because Ben threw me off my typical routine, because of the fact that I'm following behind Ben, knowing that Ben done touched everything in here after he done touched himself. And then on top of that, now I'm walking in the dark and I can't see anything. I am thrown off. So I don't go through my normal routine of locking the door, lifting up the toilet seat. No, I'm in all in a tizzy. And so I'm using the bathroom, and I forgot to lock the door. And bada boom, bada bang, all of a sudden somebody comes in. I hear, ah! Ah! And I was like, ah! And so somebody walked in on me using the bathroom, all because of Ben. It is your fault, because had it been somebody else who I know was more cleanly, I wouldn't have been so concerned to have to turn the light on or close the lock. But instead, I had to be so concerned about what you did, because you leave a trail of your path everywhere you go.
More like
just like
Brad.
in the bathroom. And because of you, and because of your not being cleanliness, because of the trail that you leave, I got walked in on. This is your fault.
As much as I would like to just lean into Ben and his trail of filth, Kyle, Ben is living in your head on this one. Ben is living in your head.
He's acting as if I'm the only person in the entire office that maybe one time didn't wash their hands.
One time? You don't wash your hands. Literally, did you just wash your hands now before you came back in the studio?
I don't know.
Exactly. That's the problem. You
that means no.
And he's touching stuff. He touched my keyboard. He torments me.
I did touch his keyboard in show prep.
He torments our office by not washing his hands. What human being doesn't wash their hands?
But why is that my fault that you didn't come into the bathroom, turn the light on, lock the door, and then wash your hands and then do your business if you were that nervous about my germs?
The light is typically on, so I was in a hurry when I threw the door open. I didn't realize the light wasn't going to come on because typically, motion sensor, it may come on. It didn't come on this time because Ben had turned it off. So now I'm in pitch black trying to figure out what I'm doing and moving around, and I only have a smidge amount of time. So, Ben, it is your fault that I almost caused a violation in his office.
But, Kyle, the light is not in an abnormal position. It's in the normal position. Then when you open a door, and the light is about 8 inches away from the door lock, too. So you could pop the light, hit the lock, go do your thing.
The door.
Thank you, Brad. I mean, this is the simplest solution. You're right. I'm in his head. I am in your head.
You turn the light off so the motion sensor no longer was working. This isn't the first time I go into the bathroom where the light's off. Typically, I open up the door, the light's off, I go walk, and then all of a sudden, boop, the light comes on. But since he turned it off because he wants to touch everything, just everything with his nasty hands.
I was being polite.
So you tried to hit the manual override and it didn't turn on?
No, he didn't even try to. He didn't turn the light on, and he didn't lock the door, and it's my fault.
I didn't turn the light on until the door closed, and I realized that the manual light was off or the automatic light was off because Ben decided he wanted to touch every dang thing.
800-990-3776. Carter chimes in. Germs build character. And Chef Ed says, Kyle, stop being a germaphobe. There are germs in life. And I think that's the biggest thing is I am so far in your head that you are not locking the door and turning the light off and blaming me for getting walked in on the bathroom because I am in your head. You need to be a grown man and grow up, turn the light on, lock the door, wash your hands, do your tinkle, and come do the show.
So the man is telling me that I need to be a grown man. The same man that decides that he does not want to do the simple thing that we learned in elementary school.
I didn't have time to sing happy birthday while washing my hands.
You did have time because I went in after. You had time. You just made a decision not to. And that's what is impacting. You have impacted me. You have impacted others. You have impacted your family. Ben, be better.
Whoever is in the bathroom at any given time, it is their responsibility to do what's needed to be done to protect their space, to protect their privacy. And look, it is gross that you don't wash your hands.
It threw me off.
I agree with that.
He threw me off.
It's like a 7 out of 10 hit rate.
That's not 10 true. That you do
yeah,
or
it is.
don't.
7 do, 3 don't.
I don't know
and
the last
time. You didn't this time.
We're talking strictly number one. It's not 7 out of 10.
Oh, one's probably 50-50.
I don't buy that.
Yeah, no, it is.
It's 0%.
No, it's 50-50.
It's low. It's very
Number
low.
2 is probably 80%.
80?
That's disgusting. That is disgusting.
The fact that that's not 100 is...
Yeah, that should be 100.
Horrible.
Daniel chimes in. Ben lives rent-free in Kyle's head. I'm aware. Jacob in the 262. Kyle's a baby. I'm aware. Yeah, again, I didn't want to start the show with Kyle ranting and raving that he got walked in on because he didn't lock the door and turn the light on and blame it on me. But we needed to start here so KBN Nation can do what they always do, is set the record straight on how you are acting. I did no influence to the text line. I did no influence to KBN Nation. They're coming in at you because you're being a big wuss.
Do we realize that Ben is still not learning from his bad past of not being cleanly? Ben, if you
are not perfect either. You come on Sundays unshowered. You don't brush your teeth.
This wouldn't have been a problem. But you have a reputation of not washing your hands, which caused for me, yes, in my head. I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
If you knew he went number 1 in there, I'm a little bit more on Ben's side. If you knew he went number 2 in there, which we just heard that 80% of the time he washes his hands.
You know what?
That's
Ben,
disturbing.
Touch his mic. I want you to touch the top of his mic and touch all up and down
I'm
his
okay
mic.
with it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he'll live.
Go do it.
All right, fine.
Go do it.
Yeah, he's a grown man and he's
touch
gonna survive.
yourself and then go touch that.
No, but that's not what happened. Woo.
Oh my gosh, that's disgusting.
I'm okay with it.
You just let another man who touched himself touch you.
Germs exist. You're not in a bubble, Kyle.
He just took a dump, and we don't know if he washed his hands or not.
I'm gonna hope it's 80%.
And that's playing the odds?
Yeah,
Why do we have to play the odds? He's wrong. He is wrong.
I still can't believe you're... Chef Ed's right. Kyle, hit it, Strofe.
Be more like Brad.
That's what Chef Ed says. You need to be more like Brad.
You got to roll with the punches a little bit.
Wait
Kyle.
till Lexi finds out you let him put his filthy hands on
Joe in the boonies with a really good point here. 800-990-3776. What is Chef Ed doing not worrying about germs?
I mean,
Chef Ed, not worried about germs.
Hey, that's how you get good food. Where it might just have some character in the pan and the grease. There's character that builds up in the food.
I heard some doctor came out in New York City and said the best thing that you can do for your infant is basically let them just roll around the New York City subway because they build
up the germs.
Maybe he's doing yourself. Do you have a good immune system, Kyle?
I have a phenomenal immune system. I'm never sick.
Okay. Well,
what do you mean? What do you mean? I legitimately.
Well, because I wonder what your body's been exposed to.
I'm here faithfully every single day. I'm never out because of sickness.
Ron in the key chimes in. This is good. Benny Gobert, for all of those who remember that Rudy Gobert was the first with COVID touching all of the reporters' microphones.
Did Ben not do that when he walked out our show prep room? What did he do?
He touched
everything
the
in
handle,
sight.
But I had not gone to the restroom at that point.
But we know that you probably did something before.
Yeah, I ate lunch.
Yeah,
I'm sucking my fingers.
You're disgusting.
Just like my baby girl.
There's like a cumulative effect then. If you're not washing your hands regularly, then you're picking up all sorts of stuff.
From a pie chart of blame standpoint, Ryan chimes in and says, I think it's a 70-30 split in Kyle's responsibility, Kyle being the 70 in the wrong of getting walked in on.
Listen, I usually lock the door, but he threw me off. I lock the door. I knock on the door all the time. We can talk about that,
I'd
too.
like you to add some, I don't know if I do or don't, but I'm going to go to you.
Okay. Yeah, Kyle, I'm with Ben, actually. You need to grow up.
I had one time where I got walked in on because
Kyle,
he threw me off.
Listen.
Take ownership, buddy.
Think about this for a second. Who's been living in Ben Brust's head rent-free all week?
Be more like Brad.
You're a good producer.
Me and Brad. You're letting him live rent-free in yours.
Yes, whenever Ben leaves a bathroom, I definitely am more cautious and I'm thoughtful of it. I was hoping I didn't have to follow behind him because I was nervous it's going to be pee on the floor, pee on the seat. I got to step it. Like, it's just a lot of things.
He makes it seem like I'm, I don't know if I can say this name, but Fat Blank in Austin Powers, he left a floater. That's not me. I'm not that guy.
I don't believe it.
I'm with you on this one, Ben. But I got to ask, why not just wash your hands?
Sometimes life happens, and you just got to keep on rolling.
Only 80% when you poop is absolutely outrageous.
All right, so you want the theory? Criminal. I don't touch the poop.
No, your hands are that's a horrible
oh my gosh!
Excuse.
And this is the dude y'all defended.
Did you wash your hands?
He just touched me. Don't worry about it.
Did I or did I not, Brad?
You wouldn't do that to me, Ben.
What do you mean?
I'm trusting you wouldn't do that to me.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal, Brad. Go put your hand on the mic. Put your hand on the mic. Grab it like this.
I've been grabbing it.
Grab it with two hands.
I've been grabbing it. That shook me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Did that come after I touched your microphone?
Yes, it did.
80% of the time after number 2.
Up a little bit. And I need to wash my shirt now.
Meanwhile, Stroph's just stuffing a hoagie down back there behind the glass.
Safely behind the glass.
I'm telling you, I am somewhat of a germaphobe, and following behind Ben is not healthy for me. So I was really hoping whoever was in the other bathroom would be out, but obviously they were doing something else. They were doing number 2. So I had to go after
Do you take
Ben.
any ownership at all?
I take ownership in
what
the
percent?
Fact, I take 10% ownership of the fact that poor teammate of ours had to come and walk in on me. I take 10% ownership of that. I wish I would have locked the door, but it's his fault. He threw me off. It is his fault. I have my routine that I do every single time. I knock, I open up door, usually lights on. If it's not on, it usually turns on once I walk in front of it. I grab a piece of toilet tissue, I lock the door, I lift up the toilet, I do what I got to do. I got thrown off.
So you already go to the toilet paper to grab a piece of toilet paper to then go back and lock the door?
Have you touched the door whenever you touch the door when people try to walk out or leave? It's wet because sometimes people wash their hands. Not this guy.
800-990-3776. Kevin, our guy Appleman at Jacobson Orchards. I met with Appleman inside his home portion of the business, and he let me use his home bathroom.
Oh wow!
To go number 2.
You had Ben. Oh my gosh! You had Ben germs all over your house. This feces matter was all over your house when he touched everything after you.
Phil in Cedarburg, 800-990-3776. It's not my fault Kyle got walked in on, but I'm sure you'll find a way to make it my fault.
Yeah, no, it's clearly your fault, Ben. Not washing your hands? Are you kidding me? And this confirms you are the world's biggest narcissist.
Yeah, look at this, Phil. Get on YouTube. It's licking my hand.
Yeah, he just touched you. He just touched you.
I'm thankfully touched me before the hand licking.
Yeah,
Well,
baby.
you don't know
But
what he
after
did.
the other thing.
He just licked poop off his hand.
He sure did.
That
He sure
darn
did.
poop again. 800. Heck, come on, Billy Madison? Are you kidding
that
me?
was
Okay,
good.
okay. So here's the thing.
That's
You
good.
haven't seen that either? Strofe, I'm gonna
Strofe, you
murder
haven't seen
you.
Billy Madison? What is wrong with you?
Many things.
Golly, that's why we're starting the KBN summer movie series.
Just we ain't got to be each other because you just
We
licked
don't
your
have
hand,
to be
and now
with
you're
each
touching
other.
the mouse. You're gonna touch the mic. Poor Jen's gonna sit in his seat on Monday. Poor Craig gonna sit in his seat on Sunday, and he licked his hand at 2:15 and is gonna touch everything and not gonna once think
Yeah,
about
douche.
washing anything down. Then he's gonna grab that doorknob and walk out. I'm telling y'all, this kid is disgusting. He's disgusting. He leaves a trail everywhere he goes.
You sound like my girlfriend. 800-990-3776.
Be more like
The
Brad.
KBN Cinema Club will be starting, line 2 Strophe, will be starting soon. We're going to gather some movies that all of us haven't seen, let the fans vote on Twitter, and then we'll have 2 weeks to watch it in our own comfort of our home where I'm not touching my hands or touching you or any of that. You'll be happy away from me, and we'll be doing that soon. So start thinking about movies you want all of us to watch. So we can all be cultured. Ron and the Key, you're up. Actually, you can hold. 800-990-3776. We'll hear you on the other side. Kyle Bruston-Ortman across ESPN Wisconsin. It's not my fault Kyle got walked in on.
You're listening to Kyle Bruston-Nortman, KBN.
Ben, I've been a fan of you since Scalzo and Brush was on the air. You kind of are like a Pat McAfee for the ESPN Milwaukee. You kind of revolutionized this channel and stuff.
Leo, I'm here for you, and I appreciate everything you say. We love you listening, and you can call in every day and say that. I won't get old.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
For the ultimate sports betting experience, get in the game at Potawatomi Sportsbook. Unleash your inner champion with dozens of betting kiosks, a VIP deck, high-end bar, first-class restaurant, broadcast booth, a 2,000-square-foot video wall, and more. It's a sports fan's paradise, 24/7. Bet above the rest. Only at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Visit the website for more. Must be 21 years old. All bets must be made on site.
Hey, it's Alex Strofe. Summer's coming quick. You better celebrate it right with my friends from Door County Distillery. Locally produced, handcrafted, and award-winning spirits made locally in Door County. Talk about classic. How about that green bottle of gin, the multiple-time award-winning single malt whiskey? And when it comes to Door County, you can't leave out the cherry-flavored vodka. Find them all at a retailer near you or check out their website with a huge list of unique cocktail recipes at DoorCountyDistillery.com. That's DoorCountyDistillery.com.
Welcome to the Chevy Lightning Round. Guess the clues to win. First team, you're up.
Powerful, commanding, unstoppable.
Silverado.
Adventurous, fun, techie.
Trailblazer.
Stylish, nimble.
Tracks.
Innovative, electric.
Blazer EV. Lightning Round champions. You've guessed all the right Chevy clues. This season, spring into adventure together in the Chevy of your choice.
See your Badgerland Chevy dealer today.
Robert Half research indicates 9 out of 10 hiring managers are having difficulty hiring. If you have open roles, chances are you're feeling this too. That's why you need Robert Half. Our specialized recruiting professionals engage with our proprietary AI to connect businesses of all sizes with highly skilled talent in finance and accounting, technology, marketing and creative, legal, and administrative and customer support. At Robert Half, we know talent. Visit roberthalf.com today.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 20 or more select self-leveling underlayment. Plus, save an extra 5% every day on eligible purchases when you use your Lowe's business credit card. Visit us for the materials you need. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details. 5% offer subject to credit approval. Exclusions and terms apply. See store at lowes.com/credit for details.
There's a good chance if you watch sports, you're getting served information about hormone optimization. What does that even mean? Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health can tell you exactly what hormone optimization means. He will take your blood work and let you know if it's right for you. If you're feeling sluggish, not losing weight like you used to, you're not gaining muscle like you used to, or you just don't feel like yourself in most aspects of your life, go see Dr. Nestor Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. In fact, sign up for the 6-week experience so you can see everything that Carbon World Health has to offer, including hormone optimization. Learn more at carbonworldhealth.com.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer. Our policy is to provide equal opportunity employment, development, and advancement to all current and potential teammates. If you are an organization that maintains a job bank, provides employment information, or gives job referrals, you may request to be placed on the station's mailing list for future career opportunities. To learn more about careers at Good Karma Brands, please email careers@goodkarmabrands.com.
I've been here for about 3 years, been a team lead since 3 months. I love the company. It's a fun place to work. It always keeps you busy every single day. Right off the bat, I told them I wanted a career here. Sure enough, after 3 months, I got promoted. You just got to make sure that you have the ambition to get there. I can one day see my kid and say, hey, look, I built that trailer. My name is Gabriel, and I am incredibly proud to be part of Stoughton Trailers.
Stoughton Trailers, big opportunity.
We're on Wisconsin sports like never before.
Sharing the love that all of us have for volleyball with everyone else is one of my favorite things.
The new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball, 100.5 ESPN.
Hot stuff, baby, this evening. I need some hot stuff, baby, tonight. I want some hot stuff, baby, this evening.
Watch PGA Tour champions, including tournament hosts and defending champion Steve Stricker, the local guy.
This might be their favorite song,
Family
too.
Insurance Championship, yeah.
They're from that era.
Yeah, they sure are. They sure are. And when it returns to University Ridge Golf Course, Friday, June 7th to Sunday, June 9th, coming up in about a month here. So tournament week includes an exciting concert featuring 3-time Grammy Award-winning Train on Friday, June 7th at Breeze Stevens Fields. Listen, y'all, the proceeds will support the Steve Stricker American Family Insurance Foundation and the American Family Children's Hospital. So what I want you to do right now is I want you to get your computers out and go to amfamchampionship.com. That's amfamchampionship.com so you can be part of this incredible weekend of PGA Tour champions and get to see Steve Stricker and so many more at the AmFam Championship. Get your tickets today at amfamchampionship.com.
Kyle Brust-Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
I don't want you to either, Kyle. 800-990-3776.
What do you do?
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Ben's Peter.
What do you do at like a festival where there's only porta potties?
But I don't go to festivals where there's only porta potties. I rarely go to porta potties. Like I'll go into one and have to be very, very.
This is starting to feel even more like a Kyle problem than a Ben problem.
No, I mean, I don't. What festival am I going to?
I said he can hold. Ron and the Key, you're up. 800-990-3776.
Okay, it's no one else's fault you didn't lock the door.
Thank
That's
you.
on you.
I agree.
That can be true, and Ben can be an animal. Like
Yes.
both of those things are not mutually exclusive. Those are totally independent things that are both true.
So you agree, though,
as
in
far
the
as
pie
movie
chart
night-
of blame, Ron, that 100% of the blame for Kyle getting walked in on is Kyle.
Your animalistic characteristics
Yeah, I mean,
that
at
you
best-
have infringe on other
no.
people
At-
and infringe on me and everybody else.
At best, you maybe give a half of a percent to the person that walked in that they don't do the ultra conservative knock, but that's really not on them.
Kyle, you do
Lock
that.
the door, but nothing. Yeah, I mean, I think he said that to try to preamble that it wasn't his fault. I don't know that if you're knocking into a locked door, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you should be more afraid of that than Ben not washing. Now, again, though, Ben not washing is disgusting. Like, it is the licking of your hands. That was just next level.
Thank you for the call, Ron. 800-990-3776. I think he wanted to comment about our KBN movie series that we'll have going on, but I don't give a dang what he thinks about that.
Yeah, I will say I am on Ben's side here, but again, I think you're a little too comfortable in your own filth, Ben. I mean, the fact that you proudly declare 80% number 2 is a little bit that's like nightmare fuel to me a little bit.
Right, you're enabling him. When you say you're in his corner, you defend him, you're enabling his behavior.
But we can slice out this particular occasion and judge it just for that.
No, all you're doing is you're building up his confidence in the fact that he feels right, he feels okay. That's not being more like Brad. Brad would wash his hands.
Brad does wash his hands.
Brad does wash his hands. Be more like Brad. I get it. Now, I'm really excited to have Old T. We have not talked to Mark Tauscher in a while on Kyle Brust-Nortman. I think he took a nice excursion. Typically is with us on Tuesdays, but we're blessed with his presence at 2:30 on Friday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, isn't that big?
It is
big
big
news.
time. Wow, on a Friday.
And so, look, I do want to talk a little bit about something that was discussed on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy. Essentially, the conversations around Aaron Rodgers and the trade compensation. And it's on our YouTube title. Nice job, Strofe. Basically, to summarize quickly, the Green Bay Packers got a decent haul from the New York Jets when they traded Aaron Rodgers. But Jason Wilde brought up the idea that they may have gotten a bigger haul, and if Goody pulled the trigger with the Broncos, they end up with some more assets, the bigger haul than they got from the Jets, and it could have been jump-starting what would have been the Green Bay Packers era under Jordan Love. Now, there's two lines of thought here. Do you value what you would have gotten back from Rodgers? / would Jordan Love been able to take over and have as much success as he did in 2023? Or are you okay with it?
I'm okay with how Goody approached this. This can be a little bit of revisionist history to where, knowing what we know now, of course it would have been better to trade Aaron Rodgers in 2021. We see that Jordan Love is the guy. But at the time, put yourself back in 2021. Jordan Love had one start at Kansas City, and it did not go good. He did not look like a franchise quarterback, and it was one of those moments. Maybe made a huge mistake. We got to keep Rodgers around as much as possible. Also, coming off 2 MVP seasons where Rodgers looked ultra good, peak Rodgers form. You felt like the Packers were firmly in a Super Bowl window. If the Packers were to trade Rodgers then, even for a grand sum, not only do I think that, Love wasn't ready for the moment at that point, you would have rushed him in there too quickly. You might not have the love that you have right now.
Well, let's hear from Jason. This was earlier this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, Mornings 94.5 ESPN.
They could have done better had they traded Rodgers after the 2021 season. And I will always wonder why they didn't if Goody was as confident in Jordan Love as he now is, right? Because remember, after the 2021 season, they scored one touchdown in that game, Gabe, against the 49ers in the playoffs. Rodgers had won back-to-back MVPs. And look, I'm not saying that it wasn't difficult to trade Rodgers when they did, but I think it was a hell of a lot easier to trade Rodgers when they did, right? After the way the 2022 season played out and some of the other stuff that went on. Remember, the Denver Broncos hired a coach who turned out to be over his skis in Nathaniel Hackett in an effort to get a trade done for Aaron Rodgers.
That was Jason Wilde earlier this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, 94.5 ESPN. So, again, this goes back to the compensation that they received from Aaron Rodgers. I like that Jason brings up that he wonders what they could have got and basically says he could have got more. This breaks down in two ways for me. When it was, as he said, it was easier to trade Rodgers when they did. They clearly got less assets than they would have if they would have traded him after 2022, which was his second MVP season in a row, although they did not do well against the Niners defense in the divisional game at home. The value of Aaron Rodgers at that point in the quarterback market that we're always living in for all these teams in purgatory trying to get their guy, it was harder, but they would have got a bigger haul. And the next thing that I want to point out, and we will get to Tausch, and we'll get to all of our thoughts here too, is that when it comes to what they could have got from the Broncos and whatnot, Aaron Rodgers this, Aaron Rodgers that, the confidence that Goody had in Love, I don't think was there. And I think that was like Mark Murphy talking to shareholders talking about, well, no, what was it, Strofe? Not 8 games, but about halfway through the season. I don't want to misquote your guy, Mark Murphy. But I think right there shows that even then, they didn't have the full confidence in Love, so it made sense to trade him in 2022 versus 21 after they lost to the Niners. So I want to get Old T's perspective. That's Mark Tauscher, Packer Hall of Famer of Wilde and Tausch, who co-hosts with Jason Wilde. But first, Brad, I want you to tell us about the best drink in the summer for KBN Nation.
Oh, there's only one drink you got to go to because there's only one drink that I go to, and that's carbless. Guys, I'm going to not one, but 2 Brewer games this weekend. You know what that means? It means tailgating. It means I'm getting the grill out there. I'm getting my carbless. I'm sipping that carbless in American Family Field tailgate, but it doesn't stop there, because once you go inside the stadium, you're going to see carbless all around the stadium because they're a proud sponsor of the Brewers. It just reflects that, you know what? There's always a time for carbless, but there's always a time when it's warm outside. You're being able to sit back, relax, not just there, outdoor patios, barbecues, the lake. There is a time always for carbless to be in your hand. I know it is for me. So if you're thinking about what's a premium cocktail that I can go to that's really guiltless, that makes me feel good about my body and what it does to me, look no further than carbless, because it has no carbs, no sugars, no gluten, less carbonation, which means the less bloat. It means I'm feeling good when I'm watching the Brewer game. And 100 calories per can. And I'm diving deep into those fruit flavors like raspberry, cranberry, and pineapple. But the classic cocktails always have a special place in my heart. If you haven't discovered yet why less is more with carbless, now is finally the time. Find them online and at retailers near you. Drink some carbless, baby.
Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher joins Kyle Brust and Nortman next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
I'm about being young, wild, and free.
No, you're not.
You're
not young, wild, and free.
Yeah, I am
you're
young.
You're
young,
not
wild,
that.
and free.
I am
Every
wild.
time I ask you to
Wild.
do something, I check with a girlfriend.
Wait, why you taking so, why you going personal? Why you gotta talk about business? I can still be free with a lady.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here from Kyle Brust and Nortman and tell you about the newest spike tea on the market, and that is Hoop Tea. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tea. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tea will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tea. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTea.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
At Lowe's, save big every day when you buy in bulk. Save 10% when you buy 20 or more select self-leveling underlayment. And there's more. Save 10% when you buy 2 or more packs of 360 Trex Universal Hidden Fasteners. Visit us in-store or online for low prices on the materials you need. Because Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Selection varies by location while supplies last. Discount taken at time of purchase. See sales associate for details.
This is going to be a summer like no other at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison. We're giving away over $300,000 in cash and prizes in just 3 months in our Golden Summer Series. There's so much happening May through July. We're talking rollover jackpots, promo kiosk rewards, hot seat drawings, pick a prize, hot ticket drawings, and more. It all adds up to over $300,000 in cash and prizes, including grand prizes of $5,000, $10,000, and the chance for something even bigger. The Golden Summer Series means more ways to win at Ho Chunk Gaming Madison.
Breaking news on ESPN Madison is presented by Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or visit metrokiaofmadison.com.
Evan, Canty, and Michelle are unsportsmanlike.
What's Vegas Midwest?
Madison, where I went to college, is very fun. You know that, Smalls. You've been there.
It's not Madison.
It's not Madison. Madison is a great
college town.
You love Madison.
I love Madison. It is not Las Vegas. It is not Central Vegas.
Is there no Central Vegas then?
Unsportsmanlike. Weekdays from 5 to 9 on 100.5 ESPN.
For official rules and more information about every contest on 100.5 ESPN, visit ESPNWisconsinContests.com. That's ESPNWisconsinContests.com. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN and the ESPN app.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Ben Brust for Road America, America's National Park of Speed. Make the most out of your summer at Road America, located conveniently between Green Bay, Milwaukee, and Madison in Elkhart Lake. Come see a race at the legendary 4-mile, 14-turn road course, camp on site all weekend, and enjoy free admission for kids 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. Make sure you get tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series race at Road America June 6th through the 9th. Come for the experience and stay for the race. Get your tickets at roadamerica.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Man, have I missed this music. It's been too long. Natasha Bedingfield Unwritten means the Packers Hall of Famer Mark Tauscher of Wilde and Tausch from 9 to noon across these various stations joins Kyle, Brust, and Nortman. Old T, how are you?
I'm doing great, Benny. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. And I love when Tauscher's got some good vibes. Maybe we need to have him on Fridays more. Tuesdays to get a little hit or miss with Old T.
No, I think Mondays might. I think I might be pushing for a fall Monday this year. Man.
All right, well, it's your world, Old T. We're here to accommodate.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. Well, you guys are great at accommodating.
Well, yes. With our new producer, he's definitely on it. But I do want to ask you, I was intrigued by some comments by Jason Wilde earlier this morning on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, Mornings 94.5 ESPN. In the statement that Jason Wilde had made was he's always going to wonder what they would have got if they traded Rodgers after the 21 season heading into 22 versus what they got when they traded him to the Jets. Now, what's your overall perspective on how this played out? Because they may have got a bigger haul, but I don't know if Jordan Love would have been primed.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty of this is you don't know. But Jordan Love would have played, and we would have known a lot more about him, how he would have done. I don't think he would have probably had as good of a season as he had. But the beauty is we don't know. What we do know is had Green Bay done what Jason mentioned and traded Aaron Rodgers off of an MVP season. Now, granted, after a tough playoff loss where the offense didn't play well, I don't know how our fan base would have taken that, and it would have put much more pressure on Jordan Love to perform if they just traded away an MVP, not a quarterback that was waffling a little bit and struggled in another playoff game. That made it easier. And then all the other stuff, the darkness retreat and all of the other things that came into play, it made for a much easier atmosphere for Jordan Love to come into. I think he had probably close to 100% of the Packer fan base in his corner, whereas if they would have traded him to Denver the year before and gotten that Russell Wilson haul, it would have probably been closer to 50-50, and that makes a difference. I think it was a much more welcoming environment for Jordan to kind of learn on the job than what ended up being the case.
Wise words as always, Tausch. I'm excited to get your wise perspective on this question that we chewed up a little bit earlier in the week. We discussed if you could guarantee the Packers could sweep any divisional opponent in the upcoming season, Bears, Lions, Vikings, which one would you choose? And the KBN Nation spoke. It is overwhelmingly a Bears victory. Now, what is your thoughts on that?
No, the correct answer
is the Lions.
Detroit.
Yes,
And
thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the Bears, and I'm not going to sit here and castigate your fan base, the KBN Nation. But
some of us might have voted for the Bears.
I said I'm not going to.
Well, no, Kyle's basically saying he's a representation of KBN Nation because he couldn't emotionally handle the Bears if they lost.
Yep. All three of you should be. This is your fan base. The Detroit Lions are the team that should have went to the Super Bowl. They had San Francisco on the ropes. It led big at the half, and how that played out. They are the favorites in the NFC North. And while historically it's easy to say the Bears, because of geography You can make a good argument with the Vikings. The Lions have been so irrelevant over the last 30 years, but that's not, we don't live in the year 30 years ago. We're living in the now. And the now is Detroit won the division. Detroit is feeling really good about their roster. Detroit is the favorite in the NFC North, I think, according to most of the bookmakers in Las Vegas. So that's who you want to sweep, because it ain't about, that's the thing about Green Bay. We're not overly worried about, we're not chanting stuff at Wrigley or at AmFam Field about the Bears. We're thinking about what we need to do as a group to win another championship. We're not worried about, well, what are these guys doing? What is that fan base doing? We're not worried about that. And the Detroit Lions are the team that probably put the biggest threat level onto what we're going to be trying to accomplish next season.
Tausch, just as a quick follow-up, Ben and I both said Detroit initially. We had Jonathan Brust on, we had David Kaplan from ESPN Chicago, and darn it, if not by the end of the show, we just got riled up enough.
Yeah.
So you don't feel any sort of riled up if you think of that, the Chicago Bears fan. I know you do, because you wore the green and gold and all that, but maybe your logic prevails in this situation.
Well, yeah, I'm analyzing and understanding. I'm not a fan at this point. This is me looking at it big picture and saying, how does Green Bay get to where they want to go? Well, Detroit is the favorite. We don't know what Chicago is going to do. I mean, they announced their starting quarterback on, what is today, May 10th? Like, what are you doing?
Absurd.
Give it a little time. The guy barely even walked in the door, and you crowned him already. We all know he's going to be the starting quarterback, but you can at least fake like there's some competition and other things. So the Bears have a way to go. They need to reprove themselves, and they need to hope that this guy is the answer. And if he's not, they're going to be doing this again in 4 years. And so until that happens, I'm not sold on anything. And I'm certainly not scared or thinking that the Bears are going to sweep us or anything else. Whereas I think with Detroit, you make a good argument that Detroit's a good football team, and they're going to be somebody that you have to kind of pay attention to.
Talking with Old T, all logic, which is what we need sometimes, especially with Kyle here. On Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin.
You're telling me David Kaplan swayed you from your logical, reasonable thinking. He got you riled up, and your passion for the anti-Bears crowd is what took you into the notion of picking the Bears? Is that what you're telling me?
You know what? I'm just going to let Strophy play it so you understand why we feel this way.
We are going to own the NFC North before the Packers.
One of your best drops ever, Strofe.
That was Ben's brother who called in to tell us that the Bears are going to own the NFC North. The reason why you may think it's emotional, but having to deal with Cap come in and say that Caleb Williams is only going to have his statue second to Michael Jordan, and the kid hasn't even thrown it. Have they had their rookie mini camp yet?
Starts today.
This is the ridiculousness. So yes, this is exactly why I had to choose the decision. I'd rather split with the Lions and sweep the Bears in order to keep my peace, Tausch.
You guys, how long have you guys been doing your show? You guys more than a year?
No, almost.
Okay, so now, you know what? Now everything is starting to make sense to me, because I thought you guys, the show's not quite a year old. Last year at this time, all we heard, welcome to our club. Now you guys are going to know how the other half lives. All these Bear fans up in everybody's Twitter handles and everything else telling us it's going to fall apart. And for the first time, Packer fans were actually listening a little bit, because we had some doubt as what this was going to look like. So when you go through that and then you hear the same old BS, this is going to be different. This is going to be different. And you know what happens when the football season kicks off? It doesn't change. It has been the same way for 25 years. They'll occasionally steal a game here and there, but it's the same thing over and over. And so when you're a veteran, and now that when the show is next year and your Kaplan's calling you in April, raving about their top 10 pick again, how this is going to be the year, you'll understand maybe I don't need to take that as sensible as maybe you just did.
Well, that's why we love Kyle, because he will never change. But Old T, yesterday we had a lot of fun. I don't know how it happened. Actually, I do. Alex Strofe put himself on video. Someone said he looked like Daniel Radcliffe, which I was like, that will forever be Harry Potter. And there was a boatload of submissions, and I feel like you're going to nail a couple. What actor will always be their TV or movie character. Michael Scott is Steve Carell. Like, he's always going to be Michael Scott. Costanza was one that came up. You got any submissions for what actor will always be the one character?
Yeah, Dwight Schrute. I don't know what
Yeah.
other stuff he's even ever done. Dwight Schrute is Dwight Schrute.
He tried to do a TV show, like he was
And
like
you
a
just
detective.
couldn't-
I could not see Dwight.
Ain't gonna happen. Yeah, and another one, and this is, you guys are a lot younger than I am, but for some of your older fans, Norm from Cheers, he's always gonna be Norm. So I always would have thought Ted Danson would have been Sam Malone, but Ted Danson's had like 7 other roles, and he's been good.
Yeah, that's the
Norm
thing.
is one.
We made a rule that if there is, like, if there's a debate in your head that if they're this or that, then it's not it. Like Tom Cruise, Maverick, or Mission Impossible guy. Well, nope, done. Like, it has to be like, when you say it, it's that. Al Bundy. Boom.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say Norm fits that bill, and I'd say Dwight Schrute fits that bill pretty high.
Those are the submissions from Mark Tauscher, Old T. It's a Friday. Anything you got for us?
Yeah, can you admit that the Bucks made a mistake getting rid of Boot? The Budenholzer, man.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. The amount of excitement that I feel for the Phoenix Suns right now, knowing that, like, they're 3 guys that I don't really believe are that great together, will be great together with Bud's system. Like, the idea that I'm getting excited about a different 3 and not the 3 in front of me, I think is what hurts me.
No, I actually think that now that we're gonna have an off season with Coach Doc Rivers, where he can really focus on, I'm
That's so
serious.
hard to, like, believe when you know Doc's resume.
Doc's resume is a winning resume, just not a championship resume.
That's
I
a
understand. Bud won his first one with us. I feel like you give Doc these 3 players, and you have a whole
Kyle,
offseason of planning. I'm optimistic.
Kyle, quick question for you.
I got an answer for
Quick
you.
question for you.
Yeah, OT.
Do we care about winning seasons with Giannis?
No, we won
Do we?
championships.
Well, you just said Doc's about winning.
No, what I'm saying is that now you give Doc
you
Dame,
just
you
said
give
that.
him Giannis, and now you also have Chris Middleton, who showed you he still has something left in the tank. I think there is a reason to be optimistic for next season. Now, if the Bucks fail
you
again
can be
next season, then
optimistic,
I'll fall flat on my face with this.
Yeah, but Kyle, I mean, you literally just said that, and that's why I said it back to you. I mean, I'm with you. I hope it all works, but I mean, if you're looking at it, Doc's last championship was what, 2008?
It sure was.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's
Hey, I'm
hard.
optimistic.
We can beat him over the head, Tausch, and it just won't click sometimes.
This might be the best roster he's had since 2008, or a trio of guys.
Your point?
I don't know about that.
He's always had talent. He just has never
You
really
think
put
it's
it together.
better than Chris Paul? You think it's better than Chris Paul and Devondre,
DeAndre Ayton and
DeAndre?
Blake Griffin. Yeah, that team. No, they just had some big dudes that can fly.
That team was up 3-1. Should have went to the conference. Yeah, I mean, listen, Giannis is Giannis. If he's healthy, I like our chances. But
Yeah, I like that.
we're getting old. Hey, the yellow window is closing up. It's time
You
to get
know,
moving.
what timing, Old T? I was just going to tell Brad. I know Tausch knows
I
about
do. I
Gina
figured
Della. You know, have a great weekend.
Yeah,
There's
see
no
ya.
better way that you can end your segment with us right there.
Hey,
That's
man,
Old
brother.
T.
See ya, boys.
See ya, Tausch. He knows Gina. We know Gina. Gina, Bobina.
Man, we were with Gina at the showroom in Pella. Oh my goodness. I mean, now's the time of year where, like, open up the windows, get that fresh air in there. I was amazed at how many ways you could even open a window. Pella,
Right?
if there's a way to open a window, Pella has figured it out. They're
Remote control, roll screen,
Yeah.
push, pull.
Yeah, push knob, a
use
sliding thing.
invisible or force field mine to
Yes.
open it up.
It was unbelievable. And not only that, the different kinds of windows. It's completely customizable to whatever your needs are. And that includes paint and size and whatever it is. Pella, they manufacture it. They sell it. It's all start and ends with Pella. That's why you can trust them. And that's why we love Pella here. And that's why you need to jump on this deal from Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. 0% interest for up to 60 months. By my math, that's 5 years. Locking in that kind of deal in this economy?
Do it now!
You got to do it right now.
5/10, May 10, right now.
That's because the deadline ends when, Ben?
Right now.
Right now.
This day.
So if you were wondering, should I do it? Should I not do it? What do you say, Ben? Do
you,
it?
You say go to the showroom right now, baby. Baby, I'm picking you up. We're going to the showroom. We're going to play with some cool toys and then find the window in our budget that fits our home. Gina Della from Pella, 855 Pella WI, or just visit their showroom and they will take care of you. 800-990-3776. We are Kyle Brust and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. More next.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, KBN.
You said they are a reflection of their head coach.
Yes, he's soft, as he proved with you by signing that damn jersey you had on. You think Campbell would have signed that jersey?
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin present your Badger Minute.
Varsity on Wisconsin On Demand is home to all the latest and best Badgers content on ESPN Wisconsin. Subscribe on Apple, Spotify, Wisconsin On Demand, and wherever you get your podcasts.
And with your Badger Minute, I'm Alex Gravatt. UW Athletic Hall of Famer and women's hockey all-timer Megan Duggan will be the commencement speaker for the University of Wisconsin-Madison's graduation ceremony this Saturday, May 11th, at Camp Randall Stadium. Duggan is second all-time in assists for the Badger women's hockey program and helped lead the Badgers to 3 national championships from 2006 to 2011. She then helped the women's Olympic team to 2 silver medals and eventually took the gold in the 2018 Olympics. Duggan is now one of the only women in an operational role in the NHL with the New Jersey Devils.
Right now, get 0% interest-free financing for up to 60 months when you order by May 10th. Set your free in-home consultation at PellaWI.com.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
You're probably being overwhelmed with information about semaglutide, the game-changing FDA-approved weight loss treatment. Jim Rutledge here. I was like you. I didn't know what it was until I saw Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health. He can walk you through the benefits. He can tell you if it's right for you, and then you could come up with a plan to change your life with a workout plan and semaglutide. With that plan, I dropped 20% body fat to 10% body fat, and I dropped over 20 pounds of fat and kept my muscle. You can do the same thing. Go see Dr. Nessa Rodriguez at Carbon World Health.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-6759. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS. There is zero risk to you. If we can't reduce your tax debt, then you pay nothing. Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems. We have a 5-star rating on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau. You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-6759. That's 800-575-6759. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Transform your home with Ridgetop Exteriors. With over 22 years of service excellence, we specialize in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutters. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Find your trusted, local, affordable partner here at Ridgetop Exteriors.
Looking for the perfect outdoor dining spot? The Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company has you covered. With their large patios and beer gardens, there's no better place to enjoy a perfect warm weather beer like the Crop Circle Wheat. Hungry? Enjoy appetizers and your favorite Dane dishes while soaking up the outdoors. With 4 Madison area locations, downtown, Hilldale, Fitchburg, or East Madison, the Great Dane is always just around the corner. Visit GreatDanePub.com for more information. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
Hi, I'm Madison Money Guy, Christian Finfrock with Retirement Income Strategies. And what sets us apart is we're an independent, family-run office. We help clients like you understand the financial world and build a portfolio that's in your best interest. To learn more, go to MadisonMoneyGuy.com.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand. You're listening to 100.5 ESPN, the ESPN app, and Wisconsin On Demand.
Hit it, Kyle.
Oh, KBN Nation. I took an L yesterday. It was a close L, though, in Underdog Fantasy. But what I love about Underdog, when you take a close L in Underdog, you guess what? I put in 10. I had a chance to win $194. I missed by just one. I missed by one, but that's okay. I'm going right back at it because I'm going to put my 10 in to try to win another $194. And that is the beauty of playing the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. You can always have fun and you can always have a chance to win some money. The NBA playoffs is in high gear. There's no more fun way to watch it than with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. You can win up to 10 times your money. Yes, 10 times your money. Here's how it works. You pick between 2 to 5 players from at least 2 different teams. You select higher or lower on those players' stats. And if your picks hit, again, you can win up to 10 times your money. So go to their easy-to-use mobile app store or visit UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up using promo code KBN. That is promo code KBN. And Underdog will give you a mystery special pick to use on your first pick 'em entry, and they will also give you a new customer deposit offer. I'm telling y'all, get in the game now with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Remember, you must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms do apply. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
I wish I could get that high with that voice. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. Ben Brust, Kyle Walsh, Brad Nortman, the world's greatest producer. Not. We'll just cut out the
You're
part
a good producer.
where I say the world's greatest producer.
Be more like Brad.
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Vince Peter.
That's 3 different things, meaning 3 different things. And if you want to know what they mean, I don't have time to tell you, but you have time to listen. At WisconsinOnDemand.com, find Kyle, Brust, and Nortman wherever you get your podcasts.
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Vince Peter.
We're on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee, at ESPN Madison. Kyle stands by that statement.
A lot of people in this office, if y'all do not know, you have done that as well. If you walk behind Ben and touch anything, you've done that as well. Yeah.
You're a good producer.
It's true. It's true. Listen, Brad, did you touch your arm after?
Yeah, I also touched my microphone.
Guess what you did? That I don't want to touch Vince Peter. You did it.
So did you, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, because he attacked my laptop.
I did rub my hands on your keyboard.
He hasn't washed his hands since he licked his hands either, has he?
No, I don't think so. I don't think you left the room.
Do you guys want to talk about the Green Bay Packers?
Yeah, I do.
Are you sure?
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Vince Peter. You dude.
When it comes to Old T's conversation with us, Mark Tauscher, who joined us last segment, Jason Wilde on Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this morning, there's been a lot of conversation around the trade compensation that the Packers got back from Aaron Rodgers. Look, I think we're all probably in agreement, and Kyle, I'll give you the floor here, but I think the timing ended up making the perfect sense, and we wouldn't be here where we are with Jordan Love as the franchise quarterback moving forward without it.
Hey, Goody, I'm going to talk to you really quick. Look
at the camera.
My good friend in Green Bay, Goody, I love you and I care about you. We've had an up and down rocky relationship, and there was a time that we didn't have a great relationship because you made some poor decisions, some poor drafts. But let me tell you, my friend, like they said, you are on an absolute heater, and that heater began when you decided to trade Aaron Rodgers a little over a year ago. You made the right decision holding on to Rodgers for one more year. I understand you could have got a lot more for Rodgers. I get it. I understand. But you knew, we knew, Jordan Love was not quite ready for the big stage. He wasn't ready to be the commander. He wasn't ready to be the chief of this Green Bay Packers offense. So you held off. You made a great decision. You dealt with the diva for one last year in order to allow for Jordan Love to have the time that he needed to blossom into the young, growing superstar that he is. So you did a very good job not only trading Aaron Rodgers when the time was right, but also getting draft pick compensation and also getting guys like Van Ness, guys like Luke Musgrave. Carlson, that was a terrible draft pick. I'm not going to hold that against you.
He knows that too.
Edgerrin Cooper. I believe that Jacob Monk is going to be good. We'll see what Evan Williams can do. But you did an excellent job when you executed that trade for Aaron Rodgers. So to you, my friend, Goody, bravo.
From one Packer backer to another, Kyle Wallace speaking to Brian Gutekunst.
It was a beautiful thing right there. You connected with Goody, eye to eye, man to man.
Yeah, I want Goody to know that I care about him.
Chop that up, send it to the Packers.
Send it to him. Let him know the dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers. When you see me, Goody, let me in the box.
The dread-headed brother loves the Green Bay Packers, and I'm sure you do too. Kyle, Brust, and Nortman across ESPN Wisconsin. We're back in 2 minutes with that dread-headed brother. Ben Brust here to tell you about the Princeton Club. I joined the Princeton Club because I was looking for a place I could invest in my health, and the environment and the community I have felt has made it so easy for me to incorporate it into my everyday life. It doesn't matter where you're at in your fitness journey because they have something to offer everyone. It also goes beyond fitness. From the moment you walk in the club to the moment you walk out, there is a togetherness felt throughout the members and staff that keeps you going for your better tomorrow. Don't wait any longer and get started on your fitness journey today at PrincetonClub.net. That's PrincetonClub.net.
Hi, this is Dave Kane. You're listening to Madison's Home of the Bucks, a good Karma brand radio station, 100.5 ESPN WTLX, Monona, Madison.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studio, this is your Metro Kia of Madison Sports Center.
Good afternoon, Madison. I'm Ryan Wollersheim, and this is your Sports Center update brought to you by Elkhart Lake, Wisconsin's Road America. The NTT IndyCar Series is coming June 6th through the 9th. Get your tickets today and check out the full season schedule over at roadamerica.com. The Milwaukee Brewers swinging into a 4-game homestand against the Cardinals last night, and they were swinging good and swinging well last night as the Brewers won 7-1 in that game. 3 home runs from Rhys Hoskins, Jake Bowers, and Joey Ortiz for the Brew Crew. Also, William Contreras and Christian Yelich each going 3 for 4 in that game. Brewers back at it against their division rival, the Cardinals, tonight at 7:10 p.m. First pitch from AmFam Field. Brewers still currently a half a game ahead of the Cubs atop the NL Central Division. Cardinals currently at the bottom of that division right now at 15-22 on the season. Meanwhile, Badgers softball also making some headlines as they took down number 3 seed Rutgers in the Big Ten tournament last night. 11 seed Wisconsin becomes the second team ever to reach the Big Ten tournament semifinals as a double-digit seed. They want to take on number 2 seed Michigan tonight. That game's slated to begin at 6:30 p.m. Second hour of KBN starts right now.
Metro Kia of Madison, Madison's trusted Kia dealer. Stop into Metro Kia on the east side of Madison or metrokiaofmadison.com.
Broadcasting live from the Everlight Solar Studios in Madison, this is Kyle Brust and Nordman, KBN. Sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin, ESPN Madison on YouTube, and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Kyle Brust and Nordman with you this Friday. Hope you're having a great day. Ben Brust alongside Packer backer, Goody lover, Kyle Wallace. Brad Nortman, longtime NFL punter. Probably a little jealous of all the attention that Torrey Taylor's getting at Chicago Bears rookie minicamp.
I am a little bit. He gets all the headlines. He deserves it, though.
Yeah, he single-handedly beat the Badgers.
I'm still not happy with Caleb Williams' text to him, though. Hey, thanks. Welcome to the Bears. You ain't punting much. Come on, dude.
Yeah, like, why are you attacking the most non-threatening guy on the team?
Exactly. That's part of the punter's role. You're everyone's friend. You're non-threatening. I mean, just let's start off on a good foot here.
Alex Strofe running the show, 800-990-3776 if you want to get in. That's the ESPN Wisconsin Talking text line. And we are showing our beautiful faces on YouTube at ESPN Madison and at ESPN Milwaukee. Now, I believe there's a song about love stories. There's probably like 1,000. But there's no better love story, apparently, than Brad Nortman and Lexi Nortman. Somehow, some way, he talked about how do you guys not know the story about how we met? And then he said, oh, it's good. So we're going to find out if this How I Met Lexi is good.
Yeah, well, I can't believe you guys hadn't met that. I thought that was like an introductory type thing because I've shared the story with a lot of our teammates around the office, but time to sit back, relax, and enjoy the story about how Lexi and I met one another.
Am I going to cry?
No, you won't cry.
The perfect match, right? Because you're the perfect guy. How did this start?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. So I want you to rewind the clock to November of 2009. So I'm a sophomore at the University of Wisconsin. A long time ago. I've known her for almost 15 years. It's crazy.
Wow.
And 2009, so I'm living in Grand Central Apartments. So it's a brand new high-rise apartment. Very classy, very high-end for a college student. Powerful is right. So we live at like the end of a hallway, okay? We live in 413, an end of a hallway. And I live with other football players. So between that, I'm in the business school. Cool. I'm super busy.
Cool.
And so I don't really have time to like meet other people during the season. But right next door to us in 412, we see these girls coming and going. And we're like, dang, And so we have nicknamed our neighbors, we haven't met them, it's been like 2 months, we haven't introduced ourselves, the Hot Girls in 412.
Oh, real original.
We said the Hot
Girls in 412?
Yeah, I might as well get right to the chase.
Was it all specialists in your room that named them that?
No, it was a tight end, it was a wide receiver, and actually it was a long jumper on the track team. So, and we had it was an awesome time together. We had a lot of fun. We'd see him coming and going, maybe some small talk on the elevator. We never actually introduced ourselves or talked to him. But we're like, yeah, hey, we saw a hot girl in 412 today. And we were all like, we were loving it, right?
Wait, is there one hot girl?
Well, there was one primary hot girl. And then the rest of them were all good-looking girls, too, of course. So, November 2009, the guy that ends up being the best man at my wedding turns 21 on a Tuesday night, okay? So we go out, we do our thing, and celebrate his 21st birthday. That means Wednesday morning, I'm pretty fuzzy when it comes to, my duties. So I'm going to class. I got a moped, right? So I'm moped. I scoot to all my classes. I'm scooting to my classes. And then I go back home to my apartment at like noon, and then I got to get ready to go to practice. Started thinking about that kind of stuff, right?
Hot girl from 412's naked?
So, nope. You watch your mouth about the future Miss Lexi Nortman.
Wait, what? That's your wife?
Yeah. So, I'm starting to I grab my keys, grab my backpack. Where's my wallet? Can't find my wallet. So I'm like, okay, I'm not finding it anywhere. I get on my moped and I start going back to my classes looking for my wallet. Can't find it anywhere. I return, not a lot of time left, discouraged. I'm like, I can't find my wallet. I open the door. What do I see underneath there? Is a note slipped underneath the door.
I think I'm legitimately going to cry.
And it says, Brad, I wish I still had the note. Brad, this is Lexi from 412. I found your wallet. Here's my number. Text me when you get back, and I'll give it back to you.
Oh, wow.
From
okay.
Lexi.
That's
so
nice.
Sure enough, I text her right away. Said, hey, this is Brad from 413. Sounds like you have my wallet. So she texts back right away, and that was good. Lexi's prompt because I had to get to practice pretty quickly. So, I text her. She said, okay, I'll come right over. So you hear, at the door. And I open the door. Stands in front of me. The goddess of beauty. That is Lexi Shield at the time. And I was like, oh, wow. Here's my opportunity. It is on a golden platter in front of me to finally make my move at the hottest of the 412 hot girls. So she's like, hey, here's your wallet. And I'm like, oh, great, thanks a lot. And I start paging through it. I'm like, oh, $20 missing, no big deal.
You're so
lame. And she was like, okay. And I was like, oh, seriously though, thanks a lot. I was looking all over for it, blah, blah, blah. And we had some pleasantries. And I was like, this girl's a babe. I got to figure out how to get closer to her. And that was kind of the end of it though, right? That was the initial meeting. However, that weekend, we played at Northwestern. So it's a Saturday afternoon game at Northwestern. Friday night, we go to Northwestern, stay overnight. I wake up Saturday morning to a text from Lexi.
Oh! Is this a whole...
2 in the morning.
Oh! Yeah!
Now, hold on.
Let's go! Yeah!
Before I besmirch her image.
No, I'm sure she was
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that's a good thing. You in her mind at 2 a.m.
Because I was thinking that because it was, hey, are you up? That was
the
text.
Whoa!
I woke up.
Oh, wow.
I woke up saying to my other football roommate who was the kicker at the time, I was like, this girl was looking for me at 2 a.m. Let's go. She didn't know I was a football player. So I texted her in the morning when I woke up Saturday. I was like, hey, this is Brad. I didn't want to be the football tool. So I was like, hey, it's Brad. I'm out of town. Sorry, I didn't text back.
You're so sweet.
Out of town. And she texted back right away. She's like, hey, no big deal. My roommates locked me out and I heard music coming from your apartment. So I was like, because not everyone in our team traveled. And she was like,
Brad's like, damn, she snuggled up with somebody else at 413.
And so she was like, I wanted to see what you guys were up to while I waited for my roommates to come back. And I said, oh, yeah, sorry about that. I wasn't there. She's like, yeah, it was really loud. It was Party in the USA. I was like, oh, man, that dates us. So anyway, she's like, we're having a celebration. We're having a surprise birthday party for our roommate tonight. You guys should come over. So I'm like, yes, I'm going to be back. 9 o'clock, we'll be finally.
So this is Saturday that you guys are texting after the Friday that she went out.
Yep, and Wednesday we met. And so Friday she texted me. Saturday we played.
This is quick. Y'all move fast.
We lost. Well, hold on, Kyle. Hold on. We are respectable individuals. So we hung out. We had a great time that Saturday night. And then I talked to my parents on that Sunday, just like a little bit about how the weekend go, all that kind of stuff. I told my mom, I was like, blah, blah, blah. Oh, yeah, by the way, I lost my wallet last week, and a girl next door found it. And she's like, you should, like, get her something to, like, thank her to, heal your irresponsibility. You should, like, get her something.
It's a good thought.
And I was like, Mom, I'm not doing that. And then sure enough, a couple days later, I'm like, that was a good idea. I'm going to do that. So we were hung out a little bit more. She was telling me all about, like, how she drinks coffee and vanilla lattes and the whole thing. At this point, I don't drink coffee. So we, right before Thanksgiving. So right before she leaves to go back to Oconomowoc and I have to stay for football, go over there. I'm like, hey, I just wanted to say thank you for finding my wallet. It was super nice of you. You're telling me all about this vanilla latte that you love getting. I said I didn't get it. So I got you something. So I got her $20 gift card at Starbucks. But I said the caveat is, though, you got to take me to experience it.
Oh, my gosh. This boy got game.
It was pretty good.
This boy got game.
So
Assisted by your mama, but got
so
game.
You guys are going to love this. So she was
Wait,
with
it gets better?
Yeah, there's a couple more wrinkles. So she was with a friend at the time who went to the University of Minnesota. She went to high school with this girl. And she was just hanging out with Lexi, and then they were going to go home together, back to Oconomowoc, share a ride. And so I had to do this pitch in front of this other friend. It was Lexi and her friend. And I did it. I was like, I nailed it. Walking out of there, because Lexi's like, yeah, I'll do that. Her friend goes, I leave, door closes. Allegedly, this girl looks at Lexi and goes, he's too nice for you. Don't do it. And I was like, oh, wow. And and her and I are like tight now. And she loves us. And we always give her a hard time about that. So the last wrinkle of the story is you fast forward through Thanksgiving, we're texting, all that kind of stuff. Last regular season game of that sophomore year for me was at Hawaii. Like once a decade, Wisconsin goes.
Y'all played at Hawaii?
At Hawaii. It was like an 11 p.m. kickoff Central Time. So we were leaving
51-10 win.
I probably
51-10 win. Very
I
good
was in
stroke.
college. I bet on a lot of Hawaii football, but it wasn't then.
Yeah, late night Badger football. So the Wednesday, then before that, so Thanksgiving comes and goes. And so the next week, is like early December, we leave to Hawaii on a Wednesday. And I start looking at the schedule. I'm like, dang, we play at Hawaii. We got finals. It's Christmas break. We're going to go to a bowl game. I don't know when I'm going to see her next. I got to get this date in right now. So Tuesday night, go to the library, do a little studying. And we're like, hey, why don't you take me on that date? Okay, why don't we go to Starbucks? So we go to Starbucks. I went back and looked at the temperature. It was like a 55-degree night in December in Madison. So very rare. Meant to be. So we go to Starbucks, get the vanilla latte that she told me about, and I'm loving it. We're walking around the Capitol. We sit on Bascom Hill. We pop up there on Abe Lincoln's legs. We're talking a little bit. It went great. She goes back to the library. We say our goodbyes. And it's about midnight. And I'm lying in bed, and my eyes are wide awake because I don't drink coffee, and I just slugged a vanilla latte for this girl. And I go ahead, I swear, it was 1:30, 2:30. We had to be at the stadium at 6. I probably slept an hour that night. I'm doing homework. I'm playing video games. I'm doing anything I can do to try to get myself to sleep.
Wait, you're playing video games to get yourself to go to sleep? That's not...
I was so wired. I was just like this caffeine coursing through my veins. So that was our first date. And then from there, we were just living that life.
Did y'all make out that night?
Oh, my gosh.
I think.
By Abe?
No, not that night. Came back. We got sushi, which you guys need to try. And it was that night. Gave her a kiss.
First kiss on the lips. All right.
First kiss on the lips. Yeah.
Tongue?
No. I mean,
a gentleman would never tell.
Well, that was a sweet, adorable story.
I said it was sweet. I said I was shedding a tear.
So like the short of it is, she found my wallet. That's how we met. And those are just other wrinkles along the way, but she found my wallet. When I proposed.
You know what? This is, sorry. Go ahead. I was going to say she found your wallet then, and then you didn't bring it out for her when you signed in the NFL.
She bought me a new wallet after graduation, so I started using that one. I found the old wallet that she found, planted it on a carriage ride that we went on in the mountains of North Carolina, and she came across it.
He's a hunk.
Turn around. I was on one knee. I got to put in a position where she can't say no. So that's where it all ended up coming right back.
This was good, man. Yeah.
Great producing from Alex Strofe with the music.
Yeah, very nice.
Some great storytelling from Brad Nortman about how he met his now wife, Lexi.
You know, I'm just, Brad, I was doing some research back here. I didn't know 51-10 off the top of my head. I am shocked that the week you met, she wasn't like, wow, he sucks. You guys lost at Northwestern, 31-33.
But that's true. I didn't.
He wasn't focused.
Remember, I didn't tell her that I was a football player.
When did that come out?
It came out. I think it came out that night.
I mean,
that Saturday night.
And we got back, yeah.
And we're like, yeah, we.
Everyone looks each other up once you meet each other and have the phone number.
What year is this? 2009.
2009. So there was
Facebook.
Years ago.
There's no Twitter.
Instagram came 3 years later.
Yeah. Twitter and Instagram weren't a thing.
Yeah. I mean, Facebook was still the main driver of social
Facebook
media.
sure was.
Did you have a Facebook at that time?
Yeah,
Yes.
he did.
Okay.
Yes.
We all did in this generation.
But yeah, December 1st, if you go up and look the temperature in Madison December 1st, it was like 55 degrees on that evening.
Are you looking that up, Strofe?
It's a beautiful evening. Could have done it without you.
No, Lexi's at home crying.
Yeah, hopefully. Crying for all the good life decisions she's made.
Ah, that's wonderful. That's a great story.
Yeah,
I wish I
it
had
was
something
fun.
as fun as that. But
Yeah.
hey, life is life.
Yeah.
I mean, tell us your love story.
No, my love story. After that, hell no.
I'd be curious.
It's that's tough to follow.
I'd be curious if
Strofe,
anyone
you
in
got any love
KBN
stories
Nation-
you want to share? I'll take that as a no.
Oh.
A yes you want to share, or a no you don't?
I think nobody's topping that. What are we doing here?
I'd be curious if KBN Nation has any.
I mean,
Callers, texters.
When me
That's a Hallmark.
when me and my
movie.
girlfriend met, we were wasted at a college game day making out behind a Toppers.
Oh wow, that's
No,
sloppy.
no shame in that.
Look what it
What
produced.
you call sloppy?
It produced something beautiful.
Sloppy.
It was. I mean, come on now.
Amazing what making out behind Toppers will yield.
We're gonna go make out behind there next time we're in Madison.
Good for y'all.
Madison, Wisconsin.
Man, it's the city
city
of love.
of love. City of love.
Where love happens, waiting for Topper sticks.
Oh, you
no
know
free
what?
ads on Kyle Brust.
You know what? My first date with my girlfriend was in Madison, Wisconsin.
No way.
Hey,
Yes.
you guys go to Toppers too?
No, we were much older and much more civil individuals.
Well, when did you guys meet?
2021.
Yeah, you're more.
Where'd you go?
Boy, it was
You don't know?
Come on, Kyle.
I'm not from Lucille's.
Yes.
Oh,
very
yeah.
good.
Outside on the
classy place.
patio,
Nice
Lucille's,
little patio
which
with
is
square,
that.
yeah.
It was freezing
Cool
cold.
spot with the Christmas lights around that time period.
Yeah, next door is like a bar, right?
Just stop where
Okay.
you're
So
at.
we've got Lucille and Madison. We've got making up behind a Toppers. We've got finding a wallet in a hallway.
There it is. Strofe, you're coming up soon. We'll get to you later. But for now, I want to give away a Palermo's Pizza prize pack to celebrate love. So let's go caller 8 for the 8 for the 8 slices you can slice your pizza.
Celebrate love.
To celebrate love, no better pizza than Palermo's Pizza. You know what? You can cut it into a heart shape. How about that?
Contest rules say you have to be in a relationship.
Have to be in a relationship to win this one. You have to share the Palermo's Pizza prize pack with your loved one. 800-990-3776. You don't have to be in a relationship. I'm just kidding. ESPNWisconsinContest.com can't do that. That's really just against the rules. Caller 800-990-3776. You win the prize pack, and you've also won in life hearing how Lexi and Brad met. More next.
You're listening to Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Tyler, thank you for all that baby talk there and parenting talk. I'll take some of those tips.
I was getting ready for it.
Taking notes over there.
I'm taking some of those tips, taking some of those tips, those tips and storing them away. I do like nips as well. But Tyler,
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Since J&K Security Solutions opened in 1987, our attention to detail and customer service have been our strongest assets. I'm President Jeffrey Beckman. We'll always do our best to find the most efficient and cost-effective solution to every job we tackle. Whether it's security for your home or business, installing video surveillance, or being able to control your garage doors from your phone, we can help you feel empowered with simple and user-friendly technology. Let's work together to secure your home or business. jksecurity.com.
Are you tired of looking at your old, grimy, and mildewy bathtub, looking to replace it with a beautiful walk-in shower, but cash is tight? For as little as $89 a month, no payments for 12 months for consumers who qualify, Remodeling Loans can put you into a beautiful new walk-in shower in as little as 1 day. You can rest easy knowing that Remodeling Loans, a network of certified contractors screened and handpicked by us, offers premier products, top-rated service, and value, increasing the beauty, safety, and value of your home. A new walk-in shower will also provide you with a germ-free, slip-resistant, safe, and beautiful new bathroom. Call 800-921-1403 and take advantage of our holiday special of free installation. Our agents are standing by, ready to schedule your appointment with our design team at no cost and no obligation to you. All callers will receive a free upgrade of premium colors just for calling today. A beautiful new walk-in shower is now within reach. Call 800-921-1403. That's 800-921-1403.
Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side. When you see Diamond Jim, you can count on him to be on your side. Selection beyond compare with on-site repair, so you can wear your jewelry with pride. Condon Jewelers, the jeweler on the east side, the jeweler on your side.
Ben Brust here to tell you about Zimbrick European. They're Mercedes, Audi, Porsche, and certified pre-owned. But the best part is I've been working with them since 2018, and the evolution has been a 2-door, a 4-door, and now it's time for an SUV. My life has changed, and it's changed with Zimbrick European. Being a dad has made it really important to have the comfort and the safety that the SUV will bring me. Again, Zimbrick European off the Beltline at Rimrock Road. Of course, I found the sexiest car on the lot. Check them out.
Are you in need of expert exterior renovations? Look no further than Ridgetop Exteriors. For over 22 years, we've been the trusted name in roofing, siding, windows, doors, and gutter replacements. With a track record of excellence on our Google reviews, we take pride in transforming houses into dream homes. Visit us today at ridgetopexteriors.com for a free consultation. That's ridgetopexteriors.com. Ridgetop Exteriors, your trusted local affordable partners.
Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company is a Madison original, brewing award-winning craft beers for nearly 30 years. Whether you're a fan of Pilsners, IPAs, stouts, or sours, the Danes team of brewers always have something new on tap. Or if you're in the mood for a classic, enjoy the German Pilsner or Crop Circle Wheat. For a full tap list, head to one of their locations in Fitchburg, Hilldale, downtown, or East Madison, or visit GreatDanePub.com. Great Dane Pub and Brewing Company, Madison's original brew pub since 1994.
Experience the rebirth of an American treasure in Oconomowoc. The club at Lac La Belle is open. The redesigned course is one of Wisconsin's finest tracks at the heart of the Wisconsin Golf Trail. Named Best New Wisconsin Course in 2021 by Golf Digest. The club at Lac La Belle is open to the public 7 days a week. Schedule your tee time today at clubatlaclabelle.com. See what everyone is talking about. The club at Lac La Belle is a place to experience over and over again. Go to clubatlaclabelle.com to start your journey.
This is Kyle, Brust, and Nortman, sponsored by Bud Light on ESPN Wisconsin and Wisconsin On Demand.
I'm still recovering, to be quite honest. Love struck my heart hearing Brad and Lexi's story. I'm sure love struck your heart hearing how my girlfriend and I made out in a toppers.
My heart rate is elevated. Put it that way.
Oh,
For a lot of reasons.
I'm going to get that checked out.
No, mostly for my story. For my story.
Oh,
I'm still reliving the early days.
That's
of
beautiful.
love.
That's beautiful.
We give away that Palermo's prize pack.
We did. Shout out to Mark in West Bend for winning.
Now,
Congratulations.
Is Mark married or have a love of his life?
That's
he can
not
share
the
that
rule.
With? No, I'm just curious.
I really should have asked.
You should have
Yeah,
asked.
you should say, yeah, Mark, this is for lovers.
For lovers?
Yeah.
This piece is for lovers today.
I can confirm Mark loves himself.
Why?
Because you should love yourself.
Well, that was weird. Strophy threw a dead fish in there. You've been so good,
You're a
too.
good producer. You're a good producer.
800-990-3770. I'm going to kill you.
Drop your wallet. Don't make out behind our toppers.
Be more like Brad.
Who said that?
Be more like Brad.
Your girlfriend texted me that.
Be
No, she
more
didn't.
like Brad.
No, he's trolling.
Say, dang.
I'm just actually, I did drop my wallet at the karaoke kid. First time I ever lost my wallet.
The karaoke kid. I could see how you
R.I.P.
drop it there. Yeah, R.I.P. is right.
R.I.P. for sure.
That was a great spot.
Yeah, Kyle's definitely never been there.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
I know.
KK, that's about it.
Yeah, this is the real KK.
The KK.
And then Johnny O's, that's about it.
Yeah, no longer a thing. Strofe doesn't even know that. That is now the W. Used to be Johnny O's.
Oh. It's amazing how many bars have been turned over.
I mean, if you go to Madison, I mean, even I go every once or twice a month, or every 2 months, and something new's happening every time I go, and I'm like, I don't remember this. Why is this going up? How are they getting this many people to rent these buildings? It's crazy.
Here's the thing,
It's
though.
crazy.
Madison, for the last 20 years, it is constant construction. Constant construction with stuff. I remember when they were building Lucky. I'm like, oh my gosh, who's going to stay here? There's a lap. Every time I go there, for the last 20 years, there's been something new being built.
That's very true, Kyle. I do want to get to a special edition Here Brad Out. It's not uber, I don't want to say long, because the normal Here Brad Outs are, I would say they do have a little more length to them because there's a lot more detail, but this is a Here Brad Out special Friday edition. You don't know what Here Brad Out is? Dude.
Still get acclimated.
He wasn't ready. No.
He was on Mr. Irrelevant today. He doesn't care about our show.
4 o'clock.
What do you mean?
They say punters are people too.
Punters are worthy of breaking news.
No, really, that's what they say.
Raising awareness everywhere that punters are people too.
Okay, let's go to it. Time to hear from the punter. Time to hear Brad Out.
Guys, I saw something today. I think I'm actually going to have universal agreement on this one. Something out of the Chicago Bears, out of Hallis Hall. Matt Eberflus took to the mic and said about Caleb Williams, no conversation. He's the starter. You know how long Caleb Williams had been wearing a Chicago Bear jersey at that point? Exactly 0 minutes and 0 seconds. The dude hadn't even put on the C helmet and the Chicago Bear jersey, and they were saying, no conversation. He is the starter. This is the most Chicago Bear thing possible. Not only that, but the most Gen Z thing possible. Classic Chicago
I like
Bears.
that.
Let's start with the Chicago Bears. Classic Chicago Bears. Just falling over themselves like a love-drunk fool with a woman that doesn't even know how to conduct themselves, just totally flattering her nonstop. It's an ugly thing to look at. And not only that, think about this from the team. Every other player on that team, no matter how highly drafted, had to earn their starting spot. Caleb Williams, they're saying, you don't need to earn it. You got to go ahead and got it. Good luck for Caleb Williams to be looked at as a leader because they just basically handed it to him, crowned him, as Tausch had said. But not only that, I mean, this is just classic Gen Z. This is Gen Z quarterback being handed something, not earning it. This is just classic Gen Z Chicago Bears, which is why I'm not even scared of the Chicago Bears. They just keep on ruining it left and right.
Here you go, kid. Pat on the butt. Everything you want, you got.
Yeah. Don't worry about earning it. Don't worry about competition. You got it. I'm going to hand you what is the most coveted and challenging position in all of sports. Starting quarterback. Unbelievable.
It's interesting how they just keep doing the same thing over and over and just thinking that they're going to get different results. I don't know why the Chicago Bears just always think that they can just throw somebody into the fire and think it's going to be successful. Not making him at least have the illusion of working hard and just handing him the keys of the franchise without truly earning it is going to be the biggest mistake that they make. Because what that means is when things go wrong, they do not go his way. He has never had to deal with adversity. He's never had to have to overcome something. By giving this kid the keys right now to the franchise and not just saying, hey, he's here just like everybody else. He's going to have to earn it. We believe in his talent, and we think day one, if he continues to progress, he can be the starting quarterback for the team. Nope. Here you go, kid. You have to do nothing. You don't have to lead the team in the locker room quite yet. You don't have to earn the trust of your teammates. We're going to give you the trust of your teammates as a young 21, 22-year-old. Good job, Chicago. You guys know how to ruin things.
Ryan chimes in, Brad, your Packer hubris may wind up biting you in the tail.
My Packer hubris?
It's a Bears fan.
Oh. Well, I'm not a Packer fan like Kyle Wallace is a Packer fan. I like to see him do well, but it's just so easy to say, look at the Chicago Bears and say,
I mean, you want to see them do well. We have, if they do well, then we have to hear from the Yahoos all the time.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. You want to see them do well.
No, the Packers do well.
Oh,
no, not the Bears.
He made it sound like
the
the Bears. Did I hear that the same way?
Not the Bears. I'll clarify that one. That's worth clarifying. Not the Packers, but the Bears. And they seemingly just can't help themselves. They finally get someone that looks like he could be an NFL quarterback, and they're just botching execution from the start.
I'm telling you this right now. I'm being so serious and genuine when I say this. I do not like the Chicago Bears, but I do understand having to work for something is so important in life because you actually cherish that opportunity even more. From day one, since Caleb Williams skipped skipped a lot of the stuff when it came to the combine, and basically just it's been assumed he's been a number one pick. He has acted as if he is God's gift to earth and an arrogant guy. You need to be able to knock him down a couple levels, or this is going to blow up in their face. I'm telling you this right now. You should never, ever in professional sports just hand anybody the keys to anything without making them earn the respect
Does
in
it
the
work
locker room.
outside of professional sports?
Such a bad take.
And how? No, it's not a bad take.
Did you have this take when Peyton Manning was drafted number 1 overall? Did you have this take when Andrew Luck was drafted number 1 overall? How about your former teammate Cam Newton?
I'm not saying that
he was appointed to start a quarterback right away.
I think that's a bad decision. I think you need to earn something in the NFL. He has done absolutely zero.
Send
in
it
the
to
NFL.
Cam. Send it to Cam.
And Cam went out there and earned it. There's plenty of starting quarterbacks that were just handed the job that totally flamed out. They didn't need to
do you
earn
think
it.
anybody in the right mind was looking at the Bears and going, "Oh man,
No.
Tyson Bagent's really going to give him a run for his money"?
Here's where you're wrong. Cam Newton was not named the starter in May. He was named the starter in September. They made him actually have a competition with Derek Anderson and Jimmy Clausen. They actually made an illusion. An illusion
Second
of the
round
fact
draft pick,
they made
Jimmy
him have an
Clausen.
illusion of the fact that he was going to be part of a competition. The illusion is what pushes
Take that,
people.
Strofe.
It's what pushes people to be great. I'm telling you this right now.
Competition. It's Tyson
Sign
Bagent.
someone. Sign anybody. At least create the illusion.
Bring Mitch
and the
Trubisky back.
culture.
Didn't he get released?
So what you're telling me is that the Chicago Bears have Caleb Williams in Bagent, some scrub at the
You
back.
don't even know his name.
Exactly. But
And
here's
you
the thing.
want him to compete for the starting job?
So the Chicago Bears are going into next season with basically nobody and a rookie. They don't have any veteran to try to bring him along the way.
All right. Pot calling kettle black. Jordan Love is a first-year starter
Jordan Love
with
sat-
Sean Clifford.
He sat
He
behind
may have
Aaron
sat, but he
Rodgers
didn't
for 3
play.
years. For 3
That
years,
doesn't.
Yes, it makes a huge difference if you sit and you learn from a legend versus coming in.
He was
He's the
picked
number 1
25 versus a
overall
number
pick.
1 overall.
He's
Yeah,
viewed as a
I'm with
generational
Strophy here. I think
What
there
are we
is an
doing?
element of like Tausch and Brad, these old heads in the NFL, and who are trying to be these classics, earn everything.
He earned it.
But guess what? Yeah,
hasn't earned
he
anything
did.
yet.
He earned
He
it by
earned the
being the
number
number
one
1
pick.
overall
You're-
pick, and they built their team around him, and building up confidence for these said Gen Zs might be the right thing to do because they don't know how to handle adversity.
The minute they traded Justin Fields, which was weeks and months before they drafted Caleb Williams,
He was
Caleb
handed the
Williams was
keys.
named the starter of the Chicago
Yes.
Bears.
And I'm telling you, it's going to backfire for them in a sense of this kid
Did
is
it
not.
backfire for Peyton Manning, Kyle?
And
I'm
Peyton
not
Manning had a
comparing-
rough rookie
there's
year.
plenty of people that did vouch for it.
What I'm saying, I don't know when Peyton Manning got handed the keys. All I'm saying is obviously he's going to be the quarterback. But my problem is the fact that you are giving him entirely too much right away, and you don't know how he's going to react. And then there's a different generation of people you're
It was
talking
never
about.
even a question if he was going to be named the starter.
I'm okay with him starting year 1. Why announce that May 10th
Because he
before
was
he even
asked.
sets in the
He-
bill?
he was asked the question, is he the starter?
Say everything needs to be earned in the NFL.
No,
Including the starting
I'm with
position.
Strofe on this one.
Such a hard.
Yeah,
take.
this
Get
is
off
so
the-
No, it
lame.
absolutely is.
You guys
What's the
are
message to the rest of
being
the players?
lame.
You guys are acting like everything
You're
needs
not
to
a
be
number
handed
1
to you.
overall pick. That's the message.
He
he
hasn't
gives the
done
players.
anything in the NFL.
He was drafted as the future of their franchise. Of course, he's the starter in May.
But
All
you
right.
want other players to see him earn that, not be handed it to him.
Exactly.
He's
That's
a
the whole,
soft,
that's
young
the whole
quarterback.
thing right
All
there.
right.
He's got to
Shut
earn
up,
the
Kyle.
respect.
Shut up, Brad. Shut up, Strofe. Shut up, Ben. Everyone woosah. We are yelling about Caleb Williams being named the starter on May 10th.
Well, it's just
It is
I
absurd.
said stop.
I don't like Gen Z, and he's showing you why.
What you do like is a great time that's affordable family fun, and that's at Road America. I can get that for you any day of the week. 16 and under. Kids are free. 16 and under with a paying adult at the gate. With corporate events, weddings, go-kart racing. They have so many things to do at the 4-mile road course. Enjoy the racing on the track. Enjoy the food. And you can get a golf cart and go around that place. That's what I love to do. Who doesn't love a good golf cart ride? Especially when it's a 4-mile road course. There's so many different places you can go. Canada Corner if you want to watch the race there. Turn 5 if you want to watch the race there. Family Fun Zones out in Turn 1 area. So much to do at Road America. Get your tickets for the NTT IndyCar Series race at roadamerica.com. The KBN Academy. It will have nothing to do with Caleb Williams being named starter May 10th. I promise you that. That's next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman, KBN.
Student Athlete Support Fund is something I was looking at. I'm ultimately likely going to give to the College of jeez. I was in life.
Long week.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.
Ben Brust here from Kyle Brust and Nortman and tell you about the newest spike tee on the market, and that is Hoop Tee. And when I mean that it's the newest and best, it was born on the boardwalk of Ocean City, Maryland, and enjoyed now right here in Madison, Wisconsin. With flavors like an original spike tee. You have peach, you have mango, you have watermelon. Hoop Tee will make you feeling great with whatever flavor fits your profile. Hoop Tee. Enjoy the hoops on the screen and hoops in your hand. HoopTee.com. Must be 21 years or older to enjoy.
Hey, Drew Scott here, and I'm Jonathan Scott, reminding you that life's better with a home policy from American Family Insurance. They can help you get just the right protection at just the right price and help you save when you bundle home and auto. Kind of like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. It'll be just right for you. We love a custom build. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products not available in every state. Visit amfam.com to learn how discounts may apply to you. American Family Mutual Insurance Company SI and its operating company 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Your Honda gets you everywhere. When it needs service, you need Zimbrick Honda service. Their customer service is second to none, and you can experience it yourself at 2 convenient Madison locations on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Honda certified technicians handle it all. You can even get flexible payment options. Fix your car now and pay later. Apply online to see your options in seconds with no hard credit check. Make your service appointment online at ZimbrickHonda.com. Zimbrick Honda Service Center on Fish Hatchery Road and Grand Canyon Drive. Part of the Madison community since 1973. Shop Zimbrick Honda.
From color-changing alexandrite to shimmering zircon and everything in between at Chalmers Jewelers, you'll find high-quality, affordable, one-of-a-kind pieces. We source straight from the gem cutters, and we manufacture in-house from start to finish. As the manufacturer, we believe in truth in pricing. Never pay more for quality and stunning, beautiful jewelry. She's one of a kind, and so should her jewelry be. While others may send your jewelry dreams to someone else to make, with us, your dreams become reality with the help of our custom jewelers, with you involved the whole way. With a staff that has over 200 years of combined experience, why buy from a place that marks up jewelry made by the thousands? When you can buy direct from Chalmers for that one-of-a-kind piece that is better quality, often for less.
Chalmers Jewelers in Middleton
and Madison.
The GRB Rays have established themselves as one of the top baseball programs in the Midwest and the country. GRB Academy offers training programs for players of all ages and skill levels. Learn from some of the best baseball coaches in the area and find the program that fits your training goals and your schedule. Spots are filling up fast, so visit grbacademy.com to sign up now. That's grbacademy.com. GRB Academy, baseball for the serious player.
To those who've ever dreamt of their perfect event, those dreams are worthy and they are possible. Hi, it's Jeffrey from Celebrations Entertainment. With hard work, passion, and great music, we will make your event dreams a reality. Every event is a labor of love, with one-on-one planning, customization, and flawless execution. Bringing your event to life is what we do. For a fun, memorable event, visit celebrationsentertainment.com. That's celebrationsentertainment.com.
An unsuspecting driver at a gas station in Wisconsin.
Welcome, Pump 15. How you doing?
Great.
Were you wearing your seatbelt today?
I never wear my seatbelt.
We're going to get him. We're going to get him real good.
Oh, my goodness.
Hello, sir. How you doing? Dollar driver. It takes 1 second to strap a seatbelt on. Well, let's do this. Let's do it together. Now, don't that feel better?
Donald Driver can't always be there to remind you.
Click it or ticket.
And let's reduce fatalities on Wisconsin roadways.
And I should have recognized your voice when you're harassing.
I'm watching you.
Sponsored by Wisconsin DOT.
This is Madison's new home for Wisconsin Badgers volleyball.
National semifinalist for the 6th time.
We're on Wisconsin Sports, 100.5 ESPN.
No matter who you are, shining bright to see what you can truly be, what you can truly be.
Come on, KBN Nation. You love this music and also you love Underdog Fantasy Sports app. It's the easy way to get in on the action on their pick'em game, and this is how you do it. You basically pick between 2 to 5 players from at least 2 different teams. You select higher or lower on their stats, whether it's points, whether it's assists, whether it's steals, whether it's rebounds. If you feel confident, you make the pick and you can win big. Yes, up to 100 times your money. It is so much fun playing the Underdog Fantasy app. I'm telling y'all, as the weekend comes, there's a lot of big games this weekend. They're fun to watch. You add in Underdog Fantasy Sports app, it takes it to a whole nother level. So make sure you go to UnderdogFantasy.com or go to your mobile app and download the Underdog Fantasy app and use promo code KBN. That's promo code KBN, and Underdog Fantasy will give you a special new customer mystery pick to player pick, and also they will give you a deposit offer as well. I'm telling you, it is so fun to play, and all these perks that go along with it. Win big with the Underdog Fantasy Sports app. Must be 18 plus and present in the state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms to apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org.
In radio, our goal's pretty simple.
Just so you know, we really suck.
Have an A show or an F show.
Hey, I'll decide who sucks around here.
The same goes for topics in this next segment. This is the KBN Academy.
Those that can't do, teach.
It is the KBN Academy. Strofe, you take over. Fill in the blank. Over-unders, yes, no's. Whatever you want to talk about, just make it good.
All right, I'll do my best. I heard Brad mention the Abe Lincoln statue at UW-Madison earlier.
Never seen it.
Really? On Bascom Hill?
That's iconic.
Maybe I can't recall. I'm thinking when you said sitting on his lap, I'm thinking you're sitting on a big lap.
That part was wild, by the way. You guys,
It's
such a Hallmark movie.
We didn't go up on the lap.
You're not supposed to do that until after you graduate or something.
We were like on like the ledge by his feet. But yeah, it is Hallmark.
Just hanging out by Abe's feet.
Yep. Scrubbing the shoes.
So anyway, I'm curious if you could steal one statue.
I got 2 things of imaging going in my head.
Okay, everybody relax.
He's got it.
I don't know. He's panicking.
You made that up.
I would want to steal the Declaration of Independence.
That's not a statue. I said a statue.
Barry Alvarez. Bob Euchre.
Oh.
The one at the top of Anthem.
Bob in the basement.
That's a good one.
Putting Bob in the basement would be so cool.
And you're getting away with this, by the way. You get to keep it.
Well, the Declaration of Independence was a call on national treasure, guys. Take it easy.
The Vince Lombardi one at Lambeau would be pretty cool to steal. Him is in the trench coat.
Oh, that big ass one?
Yeah.
That's a big statue.
Yeah, great room.
Does Rodgers end up getting a statue?
No.
Does Favre? Does any quarterback?
Nobody has one except Vince, and I think Curly is the other one. I might be wrong on that. I think it's Curly and
Jordan
Vince.
Love?
Yes.
So I don't really like this question because a Jackie Robinson statue was stolen. That dude's facing 19 years in jail. And so I don't want anybody ever to listen to this.
We just said you'll get away with it.
I don't want. I'm not even going down that path.
Let me rephrase
the question.
Let me rephrase the question.
Gonna have me out here facing 19 years.
Let me rephrase the question, okay? If you could duplicate a famous statue to own, which one would it be?
You know what? The MJ statue.
That's powerful.
Really good one.
The MJ one. That'd be a nice.
The Allen Iverson one.
Yep. I mean,
I'm joking. Did you not see how small that was?
You can keep it. You can keep that one in your home if you wanted to.
That's true. You look it up. If you have not seen the Allen Iverson statue, apparently they're all the same size.
Explain it.
It basically looks like, I don't know, Michael Jordan statue. It's like a tenth of the size.
It's about yay high. I would say what about
3 feet?
Yeah, 3 feet high.
So
in Philly,
it's not even like the size of him.
No. It looks like a little mighty
6
might
foot.
of him.
Yeah.
Like it shrunk.
He was already small in the court. They made it look small in the statue.
Yeah, it was.
Was he not happy?
No, he was excited because everybody else.
Everyone else
that size as well.
Just a bad look.
Yeah, but it kind of like takes away from the climactic nature of it.
Yeah, I mean, you usually are looking up at it. He was literally looking face to face with this statue.
Oof. All right, last one for you fellas. Former NBA, speaking of going to jail, former NBA player Glenn Big Baby Davis has been sentenced to 40 months in prison.
Oh, wow.
For insurance fraud. Shortly after finding out his sentencing, Glenn Big Baby Davis went live on Instagram. Here's a portion of what he had to say to his Instagram followers.
You good? He seems a little too happy to go to jail.
Well, heck, what are you supposed to do? He's serving 40 months in jail. He know he's going to 40 months.
3.5 years.
Yeah, be optimistic. Hell, I'm going to work out and I'm going to stop eating Cheetos, stuff I ain't going to eat. That's what God want me to do. He want me to sit in jail.
This guy goes, I'm going to get jacked. The only way to make me stop eating hamburgers is by putting me in jail. I got cut off at the beginning there.
This guy has no remorse at all. He's just like, all right, so put me in jail.
It's the best thing for me. Going to jail, I'm going to get in shape and stop eating hamburgers.
He must believe in himself. Like, Strofe, do you believe in yourself you had to go to jail? No?
What do you think?
Well, would you go straight to Big Baby Davis? Would you be like, hey, you're my man now. I'm yours.
I'll be your baby.
I'll be your baby.
You're my big baby. I'll be your little baby.
There it is. There it is.
Strofe would be like in The Longest Yard. He brings the McDouble to him, like the guy. You bring him hamburgers. You can make him happy.
I could theoretically. If we got time for one more, I got one more.
Yeah, I don't want to talk religion, Hamilton.
All right, I'll just make it quick. I had this conversation on Mr. Relevant. Monday, Wednesday, Fridays at 12:30 on the ESPN Milwaukee, ESPN Madison YouTube channels.
It started at 12.
Apparently, everyone heard nothing over the air, so great producing when you played Big Baby Davis sound.
All right, let's redo it.
No. It's over. The moment has passed.
Did you hear it?
Yes.
we heard it.
Huh, weird. So yesterday was Bark at the Park at the Brewers game. I'm just curious where the dogs pee.
Wasn't there. Couldn't tell you, but just lifting the leg and.
You think it's right on the
It's all
concourse?
in one. All the dogs are in one section, so I think there's probably a disclaimer. If you're sitting in a section, it's going to be watch where you're stepping.
Yeah. I love dogs. I love Bark at the Park. I was curious where they peed.
Even if you made a section that they could go by that section, nature calls at unexpected times. So
they can't. Dogs can't even wash their hands too. Could you imagine?
Oh, the outrage!
Yeah, that's why no dogs are allowed in my home.
I'm sorry that I don't want to touch Vince Peter.
Yep, don't want to pick up their poop either. Here's the thing. You know what? The Milwaukee Brewers have a great staff there that they now made pick up dog poop.
I wonder if that was on their job description. Hey, once a year, you're gonna have to pick up a bunch of dog poop.
What is the thing they have at the end of resumes? Duties assigned and duties assigned.
Man,
is that a pun?
You're really struggling today, buddy.
Duties. So have you guys not applied for a job where in the job description it says duties assigned at the bottom? No.
Are you trying to make a duties assigned and then duty?
No, not at all. No.
I'm going to tell everyone about Potawatomi Casino Hotel because you guys have been so bad at the end of these segments. My goodness. 2,000 square foot video wall, an expanded food menu, a wonderful bar area to sit down, watch, enjoy a drink, and play some bets at the kiosks or in person because it's fun to go actually say, hey, I want to do this. They can put the bet for you together and you talk with them. It's like actual human interaction versus being the kiosk. But you could do either one. I like talking to people. Go to the Potawatomi Sportsbook. You're going to love it. They also have a 20-minute reserved parking if you are in a rush, which I happen to be sometimes when I want to play spend same-game parlay. So, again, Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Their new sportsbook, paysbig.com. Check it out. Rutledge and Hamilton join us for Crosstalk next.
This is Kyle Brust and Nortman.
DKB, they get all my love, all my energy, and all my time. I'll be danged if GKB and Craig not going to allow me to take my half-an-hour boo-boo. If I need to do that, they need to allow me to do that.
That's your whole lunch break.
I don't even take a lunch break. I work during lunch.
On ESPN Wisconsin and WisconsinOnDemand.com.